Hey buddies, I'm at the cemetery. I'm waiting my turn to mow, and our friends, we call this truck the clown car because this friend of ours, he comes and oh my god, the blind dog, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is the blind one. Baby. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Hello. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. I almost ran over this baby. Hello, sweet baby. I almost ran over. No. No. Oh, my God. I was backing up to go look at our wildflower patch. We're here mowing. It looks bad, and it's only been 2.5 weeks since it's been mowed, but we've had a lot of rain. Make sure there's no more doggies. Oh my god. Choo 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 choo. Shoo 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 shoo. Shoo shoo shoo. Yeah, poor baby. This little doggie's blind. It's an old doggie. Let's go. Good girl. Good baby. Come on. Let's go. I'm scared to get back in the truck because I can't see if this doggie comes back to the back. There, okay. That one's found something to dig. God, my heart is racing. Oh my God, it scared me so bad. Thank God I stopped. Thank God he told me that one's blind. Oh. Okay, I'm out at the cemetery. And it's been productive, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I don't see one behind me, so I think we're good. It's been productive, but not as productive as it could have been, because, oh my gosh, it was like a circus this morning. Number one, I was just going to be lazy and come out when I wanted, because it doesn't matter how many people say they're going to come out. It's rare that they do. And so I'm just sitting here assuming I'm going to come mow and be by myself. So I thought I'm just going to get out there whenever I want. And so I had my alarm set for 9. I mean, I'd get up, take my time, and head out there. This other doggie has come back. I'm just going to sit here. I'm not going to move anymore until he takes his babies and go. But and before the alarm went off, somebody called me at 8 and said, hey, I'll be out there weed eating. And I'm like, oh, thank God, because it needs it so bad. But, you know, one person weeding, they can only do so much. To weed eat out here, if one person weed eats, it takes 8 hours. And not one person can weed eat the entire cemetery. It you know, if you have 2 people, it'll take 4. And even that's hard. But I thought, great, she can weed eat and I'll mow. So I get going, and I don't get going because I change my handbag so often to match my outfit, because, you know, I'm a girl. And I could not find the key to open the cemetery door to save my life. I was losing my mind. I thought, you know what? Because I changed purses so much and I just went to the rodeo, I thought, you know what? I have put it somewhere to not lose, and now I can't find it. So I looked, and finally I'm like, I'm gonna be late. This happened yesterday too, when I was going to go do my taxes. That's a whole different nightmare. So I called and I said, hey, I'm gonna be late, and by any chance do you have a key? And she's like, nope, I sure don't, but hey, doesn't so-and-so have keys to pass out to everybody? And I'm like, oh, that's it. No, you know, she was half right. No, the lady doesn't have keys to pass out to everybody, but she just so happened to have my key. And that's why I couldn't find my key. I completely forgot that the last time we were out here, that day we leveled headstones, I'd been out here 3 hours and I was ready to go. And somebody had showed up really, really late, and they got here and said that they were going to do some work. So I'm like, great, I'm going to leave the key with you. I'll get it next time I see you. I forgot that. So on the way here, I started calling to say, hey, I'll swing by and pick it up, because that person lives pretty close to the cemetery. Wouldn't answer their phone, and that's fine, because I'm like, she's probably at church, because she's a regular at her church. So I called our dude that volunteers with us, and he's like, I'm leaving, but I'm leaving my key here for you, so here's my address, just come get it. I'm like, great. So I GPS to his house, and while I was en route, the initial lady called and said, hey, I'll meet you there. So great. So I got here, and I was able to show the weed eater lady how to mow. And there she is out there mowing. She is knocking it out. I'm very proud of her. Very proud of her. She's doing a great job. And this is absolutely thrilling that somebody that lives less than 2 miles away now knows how to use this mower. She knows how to use it. So she lives so close by, she can stop by anytime and mow that she wants now, which is fantastic. But I do need to get out here with my mower, because I can't think of anything as frustrating as 2 people, 1 mower. Because you got one person that's just dead in the water, can't do anything, and so you've got double the manpower but only half the equipment. That's why donations are so desperately needed. We need money to either pay people to mow or money for more machines, because we only have one. So I told her, look, I'm going to knock out an hour's worth, and then I'll relax while you mow as much as you want. So I started mowing, and we ran out of fuel. I mowed 2 laps. 2 laps. I started at the corner there. I did the pauper section. I came across, because I was just going to do the front half of every section. I came all the way to the fence, went to the front, went all the way back across the front. Then I made 1 more lap, and then it died. No fuel. So, no fuel cans in the building. I was shocked at that. I mean, I know our president left the machine full of fuel, which was great. But 2 weeks ago, I mowed. And I don't know. I think I mowed for 4 hours straight. And that's a new machine to me, so I'm not familiar with how many gallons it holds, how many hours you can mow. I'm not familiar with that. So, I don't know if this guy wants to back up. Oh, I hope is his doggies picked up? Yeah. So, I told her, I'm like, I'm going to have to go down the road to the dollar store and get a fuel can, and then go to the gas station and get some gas. And she's like, okay. So I did that. So that took 30 minutes out of mowing time for somebody that has to drive 40 minutes to get here. You know, that's so I went and did that. And while I was there, I got me a can of Vienna sausage, because it's 12 o'clock and I haven't ate. Because, you know, I could have been done by now. Handed the mower off to this person and then left and let them do some. But, you know, so many sticks and the forks and what's it called? Forks and the spokes. Too many things slowing us down. So I came back, I filled it up with fuel, and I told her, look, you've been weed eating 2 hours. You're tired. Go ahead and mow as much as you want. I'm going to sit here and relax, check in on my brother, see how he's doing, check my emails, and, you know, post some stuff for the Facebook group for the cemetery. You know, you do as much as you want, and when you're done, just let me know. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here watching her mow and watching grass grow, and our friend just left with his dogs. That was traumatizing, that I almost ran over his little dog. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever run over an animal before, but I don't know if I could have handled it. I really don't. My goodness. So what I was doing was I was admiring our wildflower patch when he pulled in, and whenever he comes, I always want to say hi to the doggies. And the joke is his truck is a clown car because he pulls in, and I think it's 10 dogs, but you can never count because they move around so much. So here's our wildflower patch, and it's not doing as well as I hoped it would. And if we had more water, if we had a way to water it, we don't have a way to water it. And if people come out and water it every time they come out, you know, what is that, a bottle of water? 5 gallons? You know, it's not much that a person can do. I wish there was some way I had a pump that I can pump water from the bayou, which is just right there. But there's snakes and gators and stuff like that. But anyway, the seeds have worked. I mean, for a fact, because if you look around at the rest of the cemetery where we did not put seeds, the normal wildflowers that are here is not what is over here where we planted. So over here there's a lot of pink buttercups, and then these little yellow ones, which I don't know what they're called, and of course the thistle. And I don't care. I will die on this hill. I don't care that thistle is a weed. It is beautiful. Thistle is beautiful. I love it. I have a photo of a thistle I took in Mosul, Iraq that I think is stunning. And then when I visited Scotland and learned the story of the thistle, look it up. It's a beautiful story. I love thistle. But when you come over here and look where we planted a lot of seeds, a lot were donated. The flowers over here is not what you see in the rest. So I know these seeds have worked. It's just if we have more water, I'm sure they would work better, because you see a lot of black-eyed Susans, which I love, and way in the back you see that lavender color. I don't know what that is, but there's a little bit of red flower here and there. I don't think it's Indian paintbrush. It's not big enough to be. There's a few buttercups, but not as much. But I just think if we had more water, it would do better. I wish it would do better. So while I wait my turn on the mower, so funny, I just turned my head to the right to see where the mower was, and at that moment I just saw the very tippy tops of the rack on top of the mower, because where she is, the ground dips a little bit, and so all I could see was the top of the mower. But I'm going to go ahead, and I should have turned around the other way so I could have gone forward the other way. I'm going to do that right now and go back that way, so when she's done I will be over there. So let me tell you about my fiasco yesterday. Yesterday was my appointment to get my taxes done, and every year that I do my taxes I set the appointment for the next year. So for a couple months now, it was a few months ago, I got an email or whatever saying, don't forget your appointment. And of course I'm not going to forget. It's been on my calendar a year. And then the last 2 weeks, every other day, I got a text and an email. Don't forget. So I had no intention of missing this appointment. So like every good adult, don't laugh. Every time I got some tax paperwork, I immediately printed it and set it on the stack. Immediately. So I had all I needed. I was keeping it where it needed to go. We need to mow this so bad. If I live closer, I could be out here every day. But maybe I can come after work tomorrow night and mow as much as I can before it gets dark. Maybe I can do that. And I don't know where I got this folder, but I got this folder. It's one that I never use. I like folders. I've got lots of folders. My favorite are the ones a bestie gave me that have images of London all over them. They're really cute. But, you know, if I ever use folders, it's because I'm taking stuff to my employer. You know, it's rare that I use folders. But I don't know where I came up with this folder. But I had this folder, and I couldn't even... Yesterday, I could not. But I could not even remember the color of it. But I had this folder, and it had like a band on it that you put the paperwork in, and then you wrap the band around and it keeps it closed and keeps stuff from falling out. It is like the one and only I've ever had like that. And detouring the conversation, why do we have more wildflowers over here where we didn't even plant wildflower seeds? What's up with that? And also off track, it's hard to see, but those are the trees that Wilderness Houston planted. You can see them out there as well. So we're mowing and we're doing our best to go around these trees. We're hoping that these will take. And we recognize that it will not be in our lifetime that we see the fruits of this labor of these trees. But I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. One last thing, getting off track. I saw a movie or something yesterday where somebody, oh, it was a YouTube channel. Somebody was driving down a lane or a road in a cemetery, and they were, oh, she has done a lot, good girl. And these huge beautiful trees were lining the driveway, and I got chills. I'm like, that's going to be Crown Hill in 20 years. That's going to be Crown Hill Cemetery in 20 years. But back to my story. Go girl, you're doing great, Rachel. You are doing great, honey. Back to my story. And her husband's here too. That's the white truck behind the truck in front of me. That's her husband. That's a wonderful family. I love them. Back to my story. So I had all these papers in that folder, and so I knew I had them. So when I'm getting ready to go to my appointment yesterday, can't find the folder. Couldn't find it anywhere. Tore the house apart. You probably saw the video I posted. Could not find it anywhere. I was so angry. And I went over to talk to my sister, and she's talking me through, and she's like, did you look in the garage? Did you look in your truck? I'm like, really? No, I know where I had it. She's like, you probably walked away with it in your sleep. And yeah, she's probably right. She's probably right. I woke up the other night standing in my dining room with a handful of puzzle pieces. Sippy. But anyway, I went through my truck knowing that it wasn't going to be there. I went through every drawer like 10 times. I went through the drawers on my bed. I went through my nightstand drawers because I thought maybe. That's when I started thinking. I'm like, every time I need to clean up quickly, I grab everything on top of this bureau and I cram it into the top drawer to get it out of sight. But then once they leave, I pull it out again so I have my stuff that I need. So I started remembering this time when I was working overseas. There was a period of years that I had the same desk in the same office, and every time I would come in from dinner, I would take my CAT card, my Common Access card, my ID. I would take it off, and you needed that for everything. I couldn't even access my computer with that. I would take it off and throw it in the top drawer of my desk. And because everything locked there, it was always there. It was a habit. It was normal. It was always there. There was no reason for it to be anywhere else but there. So when I got to work the next morning, couldn't find it anywhere. And I started thinking, it's here. Nobody sabotaged me. Nobody stole it. It's here. There's, for some reason, it's there, but it's not, but it's there, but it is, but it's not, but it is, but it's not, but it's there. So Dylan came in. That's another story. If y'all remember the ambassador that was murdered in Benghazi, later on Dylan was hired, contracted, whatever, to train those guards what to do in that case. And he was there when that happened. And then he tried to benefit off the murders of those people by writing a book that was a lie. He wrote a book about how he was the hero and he could have saved him, but didn't because of this or that or whatever. And come to find out he wasn't there. But whatever. Again, I digress. Dylan, and I think it was Pete, came in. They saw me on the floor and they're like, what are you doing? And I said, my ID is in this desk. And something has shifted. Something's happened where it's here, but I don't see it. And so they helped me pull the drawer out. And we dumped the drawer out. We went piece by piece of everything. It wasn't there. And so I said, I'm telling you, it's in that drawer. So I laid down and looked up, and there it was. When I had closed the drawer, however happened, it must have flipped up, and then the very corner of that ID stuck on the top. So every time I pulled the drawer in and out, that ID was up on the roof of the underside of the desk. So I thought, so yesterday, I flashed back to that, and I said, that folder's in this drawer. It's here somewhere. So I opened the drawer and I stuck a flashlight, and there it was. There it was. And it was already the time of my appointment. I'd already called and rescheduled it for another week. So I called them and I said, Eureka! I found it. And they're like, come on. So I went and got my taxes done. God bless me. Please, dear God, bless me. That was traumatizing. It is going to be a hard year for me while I pay those off. It is going to be a very hard year. It was a hard year last year. I got them paid off the first week of October. And I hope to God I can do that this year, because it's about $3,000 more than it was last year. So, God, dear Lord Jesus, help me. So now that I don't have to do that tax appointment next week, because I managed to get them done yesterday. Next week's the garage sale. I'm selling everything I can. Everything I can. I'm going to sell everything I can. I need to pay those taxes off. And I've got a lot of clothes to get rid of, because our favorite resale shop is no more. So we don't have that anymore to go to. So I'm going to have a garage sale or driveway sale next Saturday. I'm going to roll all my rolling shelves out to the driveway and say, come and get it, y'all. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. It's a beautiful day. Thank God it's not raining, so we're able to get this done. She is about done on this first section, so I'm going to hop on and I'm going to mow as much as I can. As much as I can before I run out of fuel. I may have to go get more fuel. But anyway, thanks for listening to my trials and tribulations, my humidifications and humiliations. And I hope y'all are having a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.